Yeah, all right. So I posted this yesterday, and I got a couple of requests that I create a video for it, and because of that, I'm creating a video to show how I created this wallet design. It's not so much of it's not a lot. All right, so just come along with me, and I'll show you how I created this wallet design. If you take a look at the wallet, you see that it has a very realistic feel of what a wallet is like, and the buttons here are just an external feature because you don't have buttons on a realistic wallet. So that's why you see that I didn't blend the buttons to the wallet. So let's get into it and let's see how we can quickly achieve that. So I have a frame here, and then I have all my components here. Voila, I have this wallet texture image here which I got from Vectizi, and then I have this already. I don't need to create this. People already know how to create card designs, and then I have this component here. So with that, we wouldn't have to stress ourselves on a lot. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring back my side panels, and yeah, so I'm going to have I'm going to bring back my side panels, and I'm going to have a frame. So for that frame, I'm going to just feel free to create something with the frame. I'm going to create something with the frame. um okay, so I have something like this, and I could actually give it a feel. I'll give that a feel, and then I'll give that a feel of this brown. Okay, so I'll give that a feel of this brown, and then I'll give it a corner radius of maybe 40. So 40 could actually just work, or we could still say yeah, 40 is okay. So having that, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to now duplicate that guy like so, and give it a stroke. I'm giving the stroke to the duplicate now, and then I'm removing the fill. I'm turning off the fill. I'm hiding the fill from the duplicate. I'm going to scale this guy down a little bit. So I want to bring it here. I'm going to bring it here, so I need to zoom it in, and I'm going to do some stuff manually right now. So I'm going to bring this. Okay, so I'm on scale, so let me close this. So I'm going to bring this like I want this here, here like so. So you need to watch the edges, right, to be sure that the edges are also giving you that perfect blend with the outer guy. So I'd also do that same stuff here. Let's see where we need to adjust. I think we need to adjust this one and this one just a little. Okay, so right now this guy, the outer guy and the inner guy, I want them to have corner smoothing of I want them to have corner smoothing of 60%. So it gives you that very clean corners. So with that, you're gonna have something like this, even though the corners are still a bit. So for the inner guy, let me increase the inner guy to 50, and then the outer guy to the outer guy. Let me begin from 60 first and give it to 55. So we need something around. So this 55 is cool. And so when you're there's no rigid number, especially when you're trying to create a realistic image, right? You have to do some adjustments manually because there are no fixed number for it. There's no fixed measurement for it. Okay, so I did that. I just explored around it. So I have so I have this now, and then I want to give it a stroke. So it is already a stroke, so I want to set the stroke. So I'm going to set the stroke to this color FDE DD6, and then I'm going to come here and set the stroke, change the stroke from solid to dashed, and I'm going to set the dashes to 5, so it gives me that feel, and then I'm okay with that. I'm going to come back and reduce the opacity of this guy to maybe 30, and it's already giving me that stuff. I'll leave it like that for now. Then the next thing I want to do is I want to create another stuff, but instead of me creating another stuff, I can, well, create use a rectangle. And so now in this particular one, let's do it in another way. So I'm going to carry the rectangle from here. So I want to do something different now. Look at, so I'm going to carry the rectangle from the edge here to the edge here. So let me get the corner radius for this guy. So 55, right? So this, for this one, I'm also going to give it the bottom 55, bottom right 55, bottom left 55, so that we can bring it all the way down and it fits into that guy. You get? So we have this guy like this, and when we have this guy like this, we want to have want to give it the same, let's give it the same color. No problems. Let me just give it a little variation so that you can identify. Yeah, so you have that. So I want to come here and get a perfect. So I'm trying to just do something different now, not totally different, the same concept but a different kind of wallet. Okay, so I'm gonna have this guy goes to the edge here, so meet it at the right place there, so it's equal at that point. And then on this one to 2 is also equal. Then what we want to do is we want to have like something here. So I'll double click to get into my vector stuff. So two ways, there are two ways I can do it. I can actually use my pen tool, you know, to like create this adjustment. Like I can do this like this, and also do this like this. You get? I can do this like this to create an opening underneath here. Very possible we can have that. We can also use another pattern, right? Okay, so let me, so I just curved it a little bit, and also click on this guy and also give it, maybe let me just give it like 20. You get? And then click on this guy and give it a corner radius of maybe 20 as well. Alright, so you're gonna have something like this already. So there's like an opening underneath that place there, and then if you want, you can have, so let me increase this guy up a little bit more. Alright, a little bit more like this, and then if you want, you can have a curve here. Nothing so serious, but you can have a curve here. And sometimes you can actually have yeah, let's just leave it at the curve there, and then let's curve it out so we can have this. Okay, so for this same guy, let's see what we can do. We can also have, so I'm going to duplicate this guy and bring it out. Why am I duplicating it? I'm going to need it later. There's something I want to do, I'm going to need it later. Okay, so on this particular guy now, I want to give it like a okay, before I give that, so this is what we're going to do now. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my texture. So I need this texture. So first off, I'm going to copy. The first place I want to put the texture is in the outer guy, so I'm going to paste it inside the outer guy. Remember that outer guy is just a frame, so it's going to come inside of it. I'll use my scale to scale it inside of it. You can see how easy it goes. I'm using my scale to scale it now inside of it. So I have this. So center back, I have this now. So now that I have this, what do I need to do? I have that, but then that broken line, that dashed line is not really showing. So now I can now increase the opacity to maybe, let me say 80. So you can see that is coming on now. So I go inside of it and select that image, and I want to add a little bit of, not a drop shadow now, add a little bit of inner shadow, and just to create some more realistic effects. So let me add it from here. Let me blow it out. So I'm blowing it out, so to give it that. I also add another one, the second one, this time also an inner shadow, but now the X, we are taking the X from the positive X, from the okay, we're adding negative X now, so that it will come to the to the right side. And then Y also, we are going to add negative Y. Okay, and then we are going to blow it out, and then we want to, let's see, we want to spread it a little. You see, it's creating that realistic stuff. So you are still blowing it out, so that the edges are not going to be too sharp. You can see You see it has changed now. So we got that. Look at how realistic. So the trick right here is basically the shadows. Okay, so on this one now, this one is not a frame, all right. So we also want to do the same thing for this one, but because this one is not a frame, look at what we're going to do here. We're going to copy this guy, of course, bring it up. um, okay, we are working this white background is a frame, so I'm going to bring it inside of that frame. And then what I would do in this case is that I'm going to mask these guys together. Can you see that I've maxed it together? So now that I've maxed it, I'm going to, can see, then I can scale. Don't be scared there. We're going to it's going to fall in place. So you can see I've maxed it now. So now that I've maxed it, I want to click on the max and add, what am I adding? Inner shadow. So the first inner shadow, on the Y I got 4. I got 4 on the Y, and then on the X I also want to give something here. Don't worry, on the X you also want to have something here. Then you want to blow it out. Now this one you're doing, you're trying to create an illusion. Do you understand? You're trying to create an illusion. So you have this guy one, and you also, so in this case now you also want to have another inner shadow. This inner shadow now, look, this particular one, we want it to spread around. We want it to spread around. We want it to spread around. We want this guy to spread around. Let me see. Okay, so let's blow this guy. Don't worry. You can see I'm blowing it out. Okay, so I have that guy. Can you see we are creating a different one now. Okay, so I need another inner shadow. So like, I mean, as a designer, your shadow is one of the most important thing for you if you want to do a lot of them. So let me go from the right side of the X and also from the negative side of the Y. The negative side of the Y is gonna affect that my fill under, so I may not have to do that. Just the right side of the X is okay for me, so I can blow it out as well. Don't worry, it's coming out. So the next thing I want to do now is this guy. So we have this guy coming out already. You see, it's kind of like a different kind of wallet from the other one. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to bring this guy, so bring it up here. So you want to have, this is it up here, but then you want to scale it. Do you get? You want to scale it. You want to scale it. Okay, so now that you scaled it, you want to bring it right here. Now what's the goal? We want to get this guy to be perfect. Makes sense. And for the bottom, we want to, so for the top and the bottom, what we are going to just do is we're just going to leave this guy up this way, right, and bring this guy down this way. Okay, and then we want to give it a stroke. So the stroke is going to be the same as this stroke, and that stroke was this 80%, so we want to give that to it as well. So stroke of what? Stroke of this, and stroke of what? Stroke of 80%. And remember, it was a dashed line, so we're going to set it on the dashed line. And so dashed, give me my numbers. So dashed line, so we want to have 5, it will be equal to 5. So okay, and then you now turn off the fill, so that gives you that. We want to reduce it to like 60 in this case. So you're going to have, so that guy, so you have this particular guy now. So on this particular guy now, you want to now do, what are you doing to it now? You're giving it just little. Then the next thing you know want to do is on this main guy here, you want to create that's that's what's it called, that's wallet's kind of edge here, that's wallet edge. So I'm going to go into my um hold on, I'm going to go into my vector mode. Okay, okay, so on this edge we want to increase this maybe 100. So that guy, okay, so that guy isn't curving appropriately. Wait, let's go from, let's use the mark here, and then we have the rectangle in the marks. So for the rectangle in the marks we want to have what's my guy, this guy, okay, the rectangle in the marks, that's the image, and this is the rectangle, and I want to have corner smoothing. Corner smoothing. I feel like we would have curved it before doing the masking, but regardless, now the next thing we want to do now is this guy and this guy. We're going to group them, become one. This guy, this guy. Don't worry, don't worry. We just have to group them. Then this one, we want to give it a drop shadow, and that drop shadow should go on positive y. Sorry, negative y. The drop shadow should go on negative y. Okay, makes sense. So right now, the next we want to do is, I've created this is a different type of wallet. Now if I zoom out and you look at it, you see there's a different type of wallet that we've done now. So what we want to do now is we now want to place our, can you see the wallet? I feel like it looks good. So what we want to do now is we want to place our cards right inside of them. Okay, so first of all, this size is quite bigger than the cards we have. So let's group all these cards together, and you can see my cards are struggling to enter somewhere, but I don't want them to enter that place. Do you understand? So because of that, I'm going to do this. So this guy and this guy are already being grouped, right? They're already being grouped, right? So I'm going to lock them because I don't want anything to enter inside of them, and this one too, I'm going to lock this group. So this one, so when I come now, you can see it can't go inside. So this upper group, I will unlock it and bring it to front. Can you see that now? And then I lock it back. And then these guys, now I want to scale them, so I'll use my K to scale my cards. Can you see now? So then I am gonna have this way. So you have something like this. You can see the card now. You can see this is a different type of wallet, and this one even looks much more realistic now. Can you see? All right, so now you now want to have, okay, maybe you want to have a feel that these cards actually touch the bottom of this, right? So that means the card should actually be long. Do you understand? So let me try something. So let's say we make it more realistic this way. Make it more realistic this way. Let me just see just a little bit small like this. Okay, but first of all, if I try to drag it to the bottom, you see it down, but you'll be missing one card out of it. You see now? So what I'll do is, you can see the feel as if it's entering and coming out of a real wallet. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'm going to highlight all the, this time around I'm not, because I don't want to redesign these cards. I'll just do something funny by increasing their height manually. Sorry about that, but I have to do that. Increase their size manually. Let me be sure their size is increasing manually. Yeah, the size is increasing manually, so I'm just going to increase the size more. Okay, so with that we can have I can click on, so this is the group guy carrying all of them, so don't worry, also touch the bottom. So this guy now can So you guys should be up to this point. Okay, and then, oh sorry, the logo on that guy dragged. I know I did bad design at that point, but you guys are going to forgive me. I don't want to start creating cards, so let me just manually arrange this guy. Okay, so you can see what we just did is like, in fact, a different type of wallet from the other one. But look at, I have to so I want to bring that guy. So look, okay, I put them, I think I put them, I used auto layout on them. So what I'll do for auto layout is, let me align them to, not to top now, let me align them to bottom, so that they will all be adjusting to the bottom. And then I'm just going to reduce the stacking order. So the stacking order goes like this. So we can have something like this, and then the height can be set to hawk content, and this guy is here. So I'm gonna have, okay, let me just work on this one as well. Okay, so with this now we have this. Now look at it. Now I can drag it and put it inside of the, I can put it inside of the wallet, and I want to put it inside of the wallet at this point. And yeah, there you go, you can see my wallet. So let me take this guy out so you can see. So I don't even think there's a need for me to put this, but like you can do this. Now look at it. So this is the wallet. Can you see? Can you see the wallet now? Looks good. Looks good. And then you can decide to do your design, and you want to do your curving. You can decide to do all those ones, no problem. So when you do that, you know that it's going to affect something, so you need to bring this guy back to his initial position here, and make sure that your stack you can reduce your stack. When it's bent like that, you can reduce your stacking, and then make sure that you bring this guy to this point. So there you go. So you're gonna have this nice wallet design. Okay, thank you for watching. And I hope you learned something. Bye.